Alright, welcome back to Turner Farms, ladies and gentlemen. And today's a special episode. Merry Christmas to everybody. It's December 25th. It's almost about lunchtime. I'm fixing to go down to my grandma's house and have a nice filling lunch. But just thought I'd bring you guys out here, say Merry Christmas. Happy holidays to all of you if you aren't celebrating Christmas. But yeah, I hope you all are having a great Christmas, we're gonna say. So give you a quick glimpse of the steers here and what they're up to. We're all enjoying the holiday. Standing on a spot where the bunk used to be. Yep, everybody here seems to be happy, scratching their necks and all, licking my Defender. So yeah, just want to say, hope you guys enjoy this video and stay tuned for more better videos to come now, since right now I'm filming on a GoPro Hero 8, so there's good stuff that's going to be coming this next year. So stay tuned. Talk to you all later. Hopefully you enjoy this video. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, today I'm up here in this old barn here doing a job that both my dad and my uncles probably used to do back when I was my age. When they were my age. They used to probably do this daily in the wintertime or fall and wintertime, whatever. Right now I'm throwing bedding out of this barn. Right now I'm throwing it out this window because I can. But the main reason I'm throwing bedding out of this barn is because this barn is getting to be not necessarily unstable, but the haymow floor is not supported very well. So there's a crap ton of bedding in here. Well, not as much as there used to be. It used to be up to that rafter probably. I remember when I first started emptying this out, it was probably up to there-ish. So, anywho, been working on this for the past few years. Not just me, Dad, Brant. We've all been up here putzing around. I've been up here the most. We were planning on tearing down this barn or taking it down this year, but that just never happened. We weren't going to necessarily tear it down because it's got these nice big beams here. They're rough cut. Not necessarily rough cut. They're decent. Some of them are actually rough cut, but most of them are, I guess, not rough cut, but I don't know what you would call it. But all this wood was dug up out of the woods back over there. And the wooden plaque on the north wall over there of the barn was dated 1875. So I know the barn's had some improvements since then. The roof came off in the mid-1900s due to a tornado. So I'm sure they did some improvements then, but it's an old barn. It's seen its better days. It's pretty tall. It's a tall barn too. But I'll flip you guys around here and I'll show you around quick. So this is the barn here. It's bedding. Well, the stuff we're into now has probably been up here 50 years, but the stuff on top was in here for 20 years. So most of that over there is just hay. Everything else over there is hay. Chopped hay, and then underneath the chopped hay is loose hay, which has been being a son of a gun to try to peel off. But right now what I'm standing on is just mostly corn fodder, and then over there turns into hay. But I've been throwing it out the window here and they've been enjoying, obviously. I'm trying not to throw as much down in the barn because I don't want them messing down there. I'd rather have them messing around outside, less poles for them to try to knock out of place. So I don't know, it's probably about, 30 minutes after 5. Trying to get this done before the sun goes down. As you can see, the sun's behind the clouds. It's not set yet, but yeah. So you could see where that post used to be sitting up in there, and it's settled because that one's connected with the floor. But the barn itself is actually pretty structurally sound. The walls are all straight except for that north wall there. That main beam you can see in the corner down there is rotted out, along with the other end down there. That end ain't so bad, but that's because that's the only sheet of tin right there that has holes in this barn. And it's been patched several times, but it still leaks. So that's why that post is rotted out, but that's not our main concern right now. Otherwise, the rest of the barn is pretty structurally sound. Also, if I come over here to this ladder, you can see how much that post is settled. That's supposed to be up in that beam. You can see this nail here used to be in this piece of wood right here, and it hasn't been for however long. But yeah, big old barn. It'll be, I don't know, there's talk about basically just emptying out the floor right now and taking the floor out, because the barn will stand without the floor in it. There'd be a lot of draft though. or just straight up turn it down and start fresh since it has a really nice concrete foundation. So I'll take you guys down there once I'm done. I gotta go spread bedding down there. But one cool thing about this barn, we only have 2 wooden barns in this farm. And the other one doesn't have this, at least. Oh, it might have. It probably did back in the day, maybe not. That barn had a silo, I guess. I know it's newer than this one. But this one had a grain here, if you can't tell. That's why there's sheets of wood there, none there. This was a granary. They had grain here. I don't know exactly what, but some sort of grain. So I'm sure that's what the windows are here for, is for filling that up. And it's dusty up here because this is old stuff. And it's dry. So, and now they're bumping into the windbreaker down there. So, yeah. This bed used to be stacked or piled all the way up to about in the air when we first started. So, I'll get going here and try to get something done, I suppose. Alright, so I'm done throwing down bedding and spreading out bedding. I had a big pile up to about the top of that piece of tin there. Surprisingly, these guys haven't knocked it down yet. What? Anyhow, I got it all spread out inside the barn and out. These guys, they didn't throw down any outside because they're dry. I threw down a crap ton more over here the other day. I opened up the one sliding door there. And anywho, these guys got a little bunk inside the barn. I threw dry hay in, so there's a whole bunch of guys in there eating that. That bunk's full. The rest are out here eating silage. Oh. So yeah, there's a lot of dust in there. That guy right there, we call that calf, well, when he was a calf, we called him Mr. Rat because he was kind of a rat, so to say. We got him for like $10 because he was a rat, a junk calf, pretty much worthless. And he's turned out to be one of the best, probably the best productive calf out there. Because he's been fat ever since we got him, and he just eats and eats and eats. And he's friendly too. Well, he's choosing to be back there right now. Wow, you're fine. Just because I didn't pet you doesn't mean you have to be like a dog. Yeah, he's usually pretty friendly. Right, Mr. Rat? Yeah, he used to chug down all of his milk, eat all of his grain and hay. Look at that tummy on him. Hey, up. These guys in here are all happy. Oh, now he comes up to get pet. But yep, they're all happy, which is good. And apparently they need salt. One reason I say this because he's looking at the gate, and two because there's no salt. So I got some homework and stuff to go do. So I guess now that the sun's down, I can go do that. So we'll go do that. Welcome back to Turner Farms, ladies and gentlemen. Today is, what was it, November 7th or something like that. Anywho, I've been home manure. Well, I got home, it's Saturday. I got home around noon from work. And I've been home manure since then. It's like 1:20ish. And Dad just got home from hauling corn. But I'm surprised he's not taking a nap. He worked with his new job. He has to work from like, I don't know what it is now, like 7:30 or 8 o'clock at night till like 5:30 or something in the morning, goofy like that. So usually he sleeps until like noon or something, but he was gone when I got home from work. And I heard rumors that my boss saw him in town. Well, I shouldn't say I heard rumors. My boss straight up told me, said he saw him in town with the semi. So, anywho, he just showed back up home. He's gonna make things go a lot quicker because I don't have to sit here, pile manure up, then load the spreader. I can just run the spreader now. So, yeah. Ben's out chopping corn fodder right now. We have more than enough, so I don't know why he's still going, but whatever. I guess it doesn't hurt to have more, because we still have a crap ton. There's 3 rows of corn fodder bales back there yet we gotta use up, but we'll get them used up, don't you worry. More bedding means we can make more manure, which we're gonna need more manure this year, especially if input prices for potash, urea, whatever else, 28% liquid nitrogen's all gonna go up. So not gonna be I don't think we're putting on any potash this year, Dad said. either on the hay or any of the crops, which lately I guess we haven't been put on. Well, we've been kind of putting on some potash here and there. Not really on the crops. It's been more in the alfalfa that's been getting the potash, but I know the alfalfa is going to get this micronutrient plan on it, which we've been doing. We did all year this year. Basically sprayed micronutrients on it after each crop. So I don't think that's gone up in price. If it has, not much. But Dad said we're still going to go flat. So, but this next year is going to be an expensive year. We got all of our seed bought already and paid for, which is good. Inputs, like other inputs such as fertilizer and what else, not so much. So, as you can see here, we got a lot of manure, or a lot of bedding in the manure yet. A lot of corn residue, which you'll see in the next clips here of me throwing down in that barn. Throwing bedding down that window there and whatnot. Trying to get that barn empty, but I'll talk about that in the next clip. Don't need to repeat myself, so let's go to that next clip here real quick once. You know, it's the end of fieldwork season when you're parking all the tractors back inside the shed. Oh, don't bang the shed. Oh, he'll be fine. Usually for us, we're not done until everything's parked inside, and well, we're starting to park stuff inside. We still got some tillage and stuff to do. Then we'll be done. This is why you have tall sheds. Just gotta try to wedge that tractor right in there. That's where it's gonna get parked until next September-ish, whenever we get it out again. So, that tractor don't get used much no more. It's got a lot of hours on it. That was the first big tractor Grandpa got. Dad says he remembers when he was about my age, maybe a little younger or whatever, when they had it on the chopper yet. Chopper cord salad, he said he could always see a flame shooting out of the exhaust there. Mostly where he wants it, right there. He's gonna curl the bucket down, I think, so he doesn't get any water or anything in it. Alrighty, so it's probably about, I don't know, 4:45 here at night, and it's short time. I got a load of feed mix in here. I gotta do chores tonight because Ben's got plans. So I just finished putting 5,000 pounds of silage in and 2 buckets of snappage, which I don't really care of feeding out of these bags. It's just a pain in the butt feeding out of these bags. Such a mess, but it works, I guess. But hopefully this is last year we had to fill a silage bag since we got the pit redone. So yeah, hop on the tractor here, go dump some feed in it, about 500 pounds of feed in it, and we will go empty it out. All right, we got the feed mix in here. mix for about, I don't know, 3 to 5 minutes. Then I'll dump a little bit out here. I don't know, probably about 1,000 pounds. Maybe not that much. Maybe 900, 800, I don't know. Because I gotta dump 2 buckets down there, or 1 bucket, and another bucket on the other side of the silos there. So, yeah. Been a little while since I ran the TMR, so it'll take a little bit to get used to it again, but that's no biggie. I can get her done. I'll get her done. Don't have to worry about that. Yep. Getting her done.